With summertime coming up, I think of backyard barbecues with fresh homemade burgers on the grill, and I love it. And to make those burgers nice and consistently, I use a Burger Patty Press. And I recently did a hunt for a really good Burger Patty Press, and I decided upon the Norber stainless steel press, and this works awesome. I'm really happy with it, so I wanted to tell you about it. Now, before I was using this press, I was using this. Just a simple plastic burger patty press picked up at the discount store. And I was finding the use of this press to be pretty frustrating. It's, of course, an inexpensive plastic press, but there's a lot of presses that are based on this design, which is where you have a cavity or a cup that you put the meat into that is the form that you press the meat into, and it comes out and creates a patty that sized. I would put a piece of paper down, then put the meat in here, another piece of paper on top of it, and press the patty, and it works okay. But my trouble was that then you have to get the patty out of this form. And oftentimes it's not a big issue, but sometimes as I try to remove the patty that's been pressed into this form, it would not come out in perfect shape or it would break. And I also just found the whole process of trying to carefully pick those patties out of the form to be more time consuming than what the job should require. And so I thought that this was a bit tedious to use. It's also a bit limiting because you can only create patties that are the size of this form. And I like big burgers, and this doesn't make big burgers very well. So I wanted a patty press that was less tedious, a more intelligent design, and one that would let me make really large burgers if I wanted to. And so I found that with the Norber stainless steel burger press. I looked at a lot of different types of burger presses on the market. There were a lot that were based on this form design. Many of them were a clamshell type design where you had a hinge that would hinge the top into here. And with all of those designs, I figured that you need to put in the proper amount of meat. Don't put in enough and it might not form the patty correctly. If you put too much in, it'll just overflow the sides and make a mess. The clamshell type designs also had opportunity to get meat into tight little crevices, and then you have to take the thing apart, and some of them weren't really easy to take apart. And people also complained with the clamshell type designs that when the unit was opened, it wouldn't sit flat on the countertop. There's provision for screwing them down against the countertop, but I'm not going to bolt a burger press to my kitchen countertop. And so I thought that seemed like kind of an awkward machine to have to fuss with to press the burgers. So I found this Norber press, which I really like. This is heavy. It's all stainless steel, so the meat tends not to stick to it, even though I still use burger paper above and below the patty of burger. But all you do is you put down a piece of burger paper, throw a ball of meat on top of it. Then I put another piece of burger paper over that, and I just cover it with the burger press and push down, and the plunger operates a piston that flattens out the meat within this former, and bang, the burger is done. And so this is really quick and efficient, and it's just an intelligent design. Now, you don't have a problem with this getting the patty out. And of course, also it can make any sized burger as long as the meat can fit within this cavity. So if you throw down a whole bunch of meat, you get a nice thick burger. If you put down less, you get a thinner patty. Real simple. When it comes to getting this off of the patty, that too is simple because you can push the plunger down, which is pushing this piston against the top of the meat, holding it on the table. And while you're pushing it down, you can then use the handle that's provided right here with your fingers to lift up, and it picks the former up and slides it off of the burger patty while holding the patty down in place. And so you get a perfectly formed patty without any damage that's extracted out of the burger press. And so this is so easy. You just push down on the handle, hold for a moment, and then just slide the press right off, leaving behind a perfectly formed patty. And this is so much faster than using that plastic type press. When it comes time to clean up, this is really easy to clean because there is very little space in here for crevices where meat can get caught. And so it's just a quick rinse off and you're done. And if you use burger paper with this, it hardly gets dirty at all. But if you do want to break this down completely and really clean it, it's super simple. All you need to do is to remove this push button on the top, and it just screws off. We just unscrew that. Fine threads. So the button comes off. You remove the spring, and then the piston or plunger will just drop right out like so. And the form is right here. And so you can easily throw these in the sink, wash them off, and get to every little crevice. Super simple. Of course, putting it back together, you just put the plunger back in. Put the spring on the shaft and screw the top button back onto it. So no problem at all with maintenance or cleaning. So the burger press, it might be a mundane kitchen tool, but I think this design is so much better than its competition, and in my use it has worked so well that I wanted to share it with you. So as this backyard barbecuing season comes upon us, well, here's a tool that you might want to add to your kitchen arsenal. It's the NOBER Burger Patty Press. If you're interested in picking one of these up, they're not terribly expensive, and I'll put a link down below. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed the video and you want to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. If you like the channel and you want to subscribe, that would be awesome as well. And those things tell YouTube to promote the videos more, and I appreciate it. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to catch you on another one soon.